Hey, what's up guys, TotallyDubbed here, and today I'm doing an unboxing of 3 awesome things I got from XFX. I want to say a huge thank you to XFX and AMD for actually sending me these out. I've got the R290, the R290X, which I'm going to try and run them in Crossfire, and I've got the XTR 750W PSU. I've already got a PSU inside my PC, which is the Corsair AX 750, but this is a cool PSU to receive, and I'm really curious to see if 750W is going to be able to do these two in Crossfire and also be able to power my system. But anyway, I've got a wattage meter to check that out, so I'll be able to see. So first off, let's start with the PSU. So this is a fully modular PSU, which is 80+ gold rated as well, which is always good. XFX are known for having actually quite good PSUs around. I'm not a PSU reviewer of any sort, so I can't really review the PSU as other PSU reviewers would do, in order to show what happens and how it works on the load and things like that. So we've got a bunch of well, loads of cables. Just open them up. So very much excited for the GPUs more than anything, and this should definitely help with powering them. So as you can see, the cables over here, got a good selection of them. Just running through them reasonably quickly because there is a lot of cables, but just so that you guys can actually see what's included. And then we've got one braided cable, and that's the big one for the motherboard itself. And you've got little screws as well for screwing into PSU, and a lot more cables. So this will be more than enough for any type of build. Obviously, as it's fully modular, it's great because it's great for cable management, which is something that I try and do at my best. Anyway, and let's open up the PSU itself. That. There we go. And here's the PSU. So as you can see, fully modular over here with a little switch as well. So quite cool. And it's apparently got 2 fans as well. Very nice. As you can see, there's one big fan at the top. So obviously I'm going to put it a downward facing PSU for me, so it's going to be like this in my system. Very nice to have the XTR logo there. It looks really cool, and obviously quite big as well. Gives it a nice kind of retro, not retro feel, but like army look in terms of its font. Anyway, so that is the PSU right there. Now let's get on to what I would call the good stuff. I'm not saying that's not good, I'm just saying I'm really excited about the PSUs. Sorry about the GPUs. So let's get to the 290X for starters. It's an interesting box. It's a very thin box. There's a Battlefield code as well, apparently, so that's brilliant. If I get to keep these, I will do a giveaway of the Battlefield code. You thought I was going to say giveaway of the 290X, but no, I think I'll be keeping that one. So these are just some manuals, warranty card, good stuff. And what have we got over here? If I can access it, of course. So we've got a few cables, a driver disc, installation guide, AMD graphics card, and you've got 2 Molex, one Molex converter, sorry, and one 8-pin to double 6-pin. So that could be useful, but I won't need it, as you saw right there with the large array of cables for the PSU. I won't need it at all. I don't even need it at the moment with my current PSU. So let's get this card open. And here we go. Wow, that looks beautiful. Very small fans, as you can see here. Very small fans. Just try and bring it a little closer. So small fans there you've got, but very nice design. Very flush. Looks very much very cool. Almost like some sort of a piece you'd put on a mantelpiece of some sort. But it looks very nice. Obviously we're going to get this off because we're not going to need it for obvious reasons. But yes, as you can see, looks very nice, and you can see the finish right there is kind of a matte black. I mean, it looks really nice, as you can see via the camera right now, or obviously what you're watching. Looks very cool. So connector wise, we've got, I presume, two DVI, and then we've got HDMI and, yep, HDMI and DisplayPort is my guess. And yes, indeed, a DisplayPort as well. So all the connections you're going to need, which is great. And get this bit off as well. Very nice. They've done a lot of attention to detail. I like that. Like the XFX logo right there, it's very nice. So when you put it in your rig, you're going to see that XFX logo there. Quite nice. Very, very small touches like that, but I like it when companies do that. So looks very nice, looks very cool all together. It definitely will look nice in the rig. So now let's get the 290 out and see what that is looking like. I presume it won't look very much different, but I could always be wrong. So I'm just putting it like this because obviously, well, my table's made out of wood, so there's no carpet or any sort of worry about static of any sort. But obviously when you're going to do these, make sure you put them somewhere that you're not going to get static or anything like that. I've placed it down like that so the PCB doesn't get affected. Obviously the only thing that can be is if the static were to run through all the way from the chassis all the way down to the PCB. Obviously the PCB is the most important part there of your graphics card, because that's what's doing all the legwork. So the exact same manuals again, driver disc, installation disc, which might come in handy later. I'll put these over here, not to get mixed up. Same cables that were in the 290X, which is good to see. And there we go, and this looks very, very similar, if not identical. Just getting these out of the way so I can show you. Under me right now looks like a complete mess, due to all the things I'm throwing down on the floor. So yes, as you can see, it looks exactly the same. That is, I would say, a good thing. It would have been nice if the 290X had some sort of distinction, because obviously people are going to be paying about £70–80 more for that model. Obviously it's clocked higher, the 290X. I've read that there's not many differences between 290 and 290X when it comes to actual benchmarks on the PC. So for example, if we were to play some Battlefield 4 with Mantle, there wouldn't be too many differences, but I want to test that for myself and see the differences, or if there is any, between the two. I'm pretty sure due to the higher clock rate there's going to be differences, but then I'm curious to see if I clock the 290 a little bit higher, the 290 a little bit higher, could it reach the same benchmarks as my 290X? In theory it should, but that's always in theory, so it's always very much interesting to see. So there you go, that's how the 290 looks like, and 290 at the top, 290X at the bottom. Actually, there is a difference. I completely missed it. It's on the fans. As you can see on the fans, the 290X has this silver color on it, and the 290 has a black color over it. That's actually good. So now you can tell the difference between what the 290X is and the 290. So there's a small difference there, but obviously nothing else visually different. But you know, I'm going to try and crossfire these now and see how I get on, and obviously use the PSU as well to monitor that. So I'll write down in the description to see what was the watts that were being used by these two cards in Crossfire. I think they will boot up, but if I run some benchmarks, I'm a little bit worried if it's going to go over that 750 mark, or at least, you know, it's going to be too much load for the PSU to handle. But we'll see that. And obviously, I told XFX this, and they said, look, if you're going to have a problem with that, if you want to crossfire them, no problem, we can send you out PSU in order for you to you know, actually have a crossfire review there. So really, I'm so honoured for actually being these sent to review. Don't know if I get to keep them or not. Hopefully, fingers crossed I do. But this is two graphics cards that I actually really would like in my system, moving over from NVIDIA. So anyway guys, I've been Totally Dubbed. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little unboxing and me babbling on about graphics cards. And yeah, if you do like it, make sure you give it a like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, all that good stuff. And yeah, peace out guys, take care, bye bye.